the complete guide to staying safe after your COVID vaccine. If you've recently been vaccinated against COVID-19, you're probably feeling pretty relieved that you're protected from getting sick. However, you might also have a lot of questions about what is and isn't safe, like whether you can visit your loved ones or go on a trip. You might also be wondering about side effects that may develop after the shot. Don't worry, we're here to help. We've gathered up answers from the most trusted sources so you can make your post-vaccine decisions with confidence. Question 1. Should I wear a mask and social distance after I'm vaccinated? Yes, when you're in public, at least for now. Experts are still learning how the COVID-19 vaccines work to protect people. Even though you're probably ready to have it all behind you, for right now, it's still safest to take precautions while you're in public. Keep wearing your mask, stay at least 6 feet, 1.8 meters, away from other people, and wash your hands frequently. Also, try to avoid crowded places and areas that don't have good ventilation, as this could increase your exposure to the virus. It's probably still best to avoid large gatherings for now, as well. It might feel a little frustrating that you still need to take these steps once you've been vaccinated. But remember, by getting vaccinated, you're doing your part to help stop the transmission of COVID-19 so we can all get back to normal sooner rather than later. According to the CDC, a fully vaccinated person in COVID-19 can gather indoors without wearing a mask and keeping a social distance. One is that this person is also a fully vaccinated person in COVID-19, and the other is that this person has a low risk of serious diseases. In public places, those who are fully vaccinated in COVID-19 should continue to comply with the requirements of wearing masks and other epidemic prevention. Question 2. Is it safe to visit friends and family after COVID-19 vaccination? Yes, if they're vaccinated or from a single household. Once you've been fully vaccinated, the great news is that it's likely safe to gather indoors with other vaccinated people, even without masks. The CDC has also said that you can get together with unvaccinated people, as long as you're just visiting with one household at a time and no one is at an increased risk of becoming seriously ill from COVID-19. If you're at a gathering with people from multiple households, yours and at least 2 others, it's best to still wear a mask, just to be on the safe side. There's an increased risk of COVID-19 being spread, and it's not fully known yet whether you could still be a carrier. Also, just to be safe, mask up if anyone is at a high risk of developing a serious case of COVID-19, like if they have cancer, heart conditions, COPD, or are pregnant. Also, take other precautions like wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your mouth or nose, and clean high-touch surfaces throughout the day. Question 3. Can I go to a restaurant after I get fully vaccinated? It may be best to avoid it for now, but wear a mask if you do go. The likelihood that you'll get COVID-19 while eating in a restaurant will be lower once you're fully vaccinated. However, there's still a risk that COVID-19 will be transmitted in busy public places, and experts aren't 100% sure whether you can pick it up and spread it to other people. If you do choose to go to a restaurant or other public spaces, hang in there a bit longer and keep taking precautions like wearing a mask, washing your hands frequently, and staying at least 6 feet, 1.8 meters, from other people. Currently, it may still be safest to avoid these activities altogether, at least until the numbers of infected people drop more. Question 4. Can I travel after getting the COVID-19 vaccine? You should probably still avoid traveling for a while. When you travel, it's harder to control your environment, so you may still be at an increased risk of contracting or spreading COVID-19, even if you're vaccinated. If you're able to, it's probably better to stay close to home until the pandemic is better under control. If you do travel, keep yourself and others safe by continuing to follow the CDC's recommendations, like being tested 1 to 3 days before and 5 to 7 days after your trip, wearing a mask while you're in public, and self-quarantining for 7 to 10 days after you get home. Question 5. Can you spread COVID-19 after getting vaccinated? It's too early to know for sure, but you're probably less likely to transmit it. It's possible that if you're exposed to COVID-19 after you're vaccinated, You'll still be able to transmit it to others, even though your immune system will keep you from getting sick. However, early research is pretty encouraging. Getting vaccinated does mean you're less likely to get infected, so you're less likely to infect other people. Some researchers have found early indications that people who are fully vaccinated carry a lower virus load if they do get infected, which is likely associated with a lower risk of spreading the illness. Some evidence also suggests that people who are fully vaccinated are less likely to be asymptomatic carriers of COVID-19. Question 6. What does it mean to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19? You're fully vaccinated 2 weeks after your last dose. After you receive the COVID-19 vaccine, your body has to build up an immune resistance to the virus. This immunity is complete about 2 weeks after your second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines or 2 weeks after your single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. In the meantime, get plenty of rest while your immune system does the hard work, and keep taking steps to protect yourself and the people around you. Question 7. How long does protection from a COVID-19 vaccine last? That's unknown, but probably for at least a few months. The long-term effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine isn't known yet. Some experts believe we may need to get a yearly vaccine, just like we do with the flu. So far, we know that people who receive a vaccine are protected from COVID-19 for at least a short time. But since the vaccines were just developed in the past few months, researchers don't know exactly how long that period will be.